Check 1, 2. Yeah. I said it's Pastor Mike's son.
Welcome to the Pastor Mike Son Show with Terrence Clark. I'm Terrence Clark, and I'm your host for the Pastor Mike Son podcast show. Listen, every voice has a story. And this is what we say at the beginning of every podcast. We don't pass judgment, we pass the mic. And today we have a very special guest. I've known this gentleman for almost 20 years. We did radio at WLB on Saturdays. So I'm going to give him an introduction that he deserves. And we're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about his career as a Christian rapper. And we're going to get into it. So also, don't forget to subscribe to the Pastor Mike Son Podcast YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that link and join the Mike Society. All right. So today's guest is an artist whose music goes beyond beats and lyrics. It's ministry, it's testimony and truth. Born and raised in Baltimore, Russ Shanks has dedicated his platform to inspiring people through faith, authenticity, and purpose. His music reflects real-life struggles, redemption, and the power of God's grace, while challenging listeners to confront hard truths about themselves and the world around them. Today, we're going beyond the music, and we're going to talk about faith, identity, pain, purpose, family, and what it really means to stay true to who God has called you to be. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Russ Shanks to Pastor Mike Son. What's up, my man? How you doing today?
What's happening, man? Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Look, man, you've been doing this for a long time now,
Yeah.
You've seen artists come and go.
Yes.
You've been throughout, different churches within Baltimore City. And I know you're well known without, the city as well, too. So tell us a little bit about your journey from when you started, rapping, when you knew that you was going to be a rapper.
So the way I got into, I've always been a hip hop head, like even before I came into the knowledge of Christ. From The Message, the Fat Boys, Curtis Blow, Run DMC, like I grew up on all of that, right? So hip hop was a part of my fabric. But then when I got saved, tradition told me that I couldn't love hip hop anymore, right?
Right.
So I tried to let it go.
Right.
I did. I gave it that college try, right? I tried to put it down. And I was successful a little bit, with it, but I felt that there was a pull. And I didn't understand what it was until one day, when I at the age of 16, I started going to church, and I became part of a youth choir. And I didn't even know that I could sing a little bit, but until I joined the choir, God gave me that gift too. So,
I didn't know you sang, brother.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not like you. I'm not on your level, but I can hold a note or two.
Yeah.
But we were entered into a competition called the Quaker Oats Voices of Tomorrow, kind of like the Sister Act 2 type thing.
Yeah.
And Pastor Bruce Parham, shout out to him. He came. My pastor is a good friend of his, and he came to our church and taught us a song that he wrote called Caribbean Praise for the competition. And he had like a gap in the song, and he said, I need somebody to put a rap here. And so all the tenors, went home, wrote a rap, or was tasked with writing a rap and then bringing it back, and they was going to pick the best one. I was the only one to return with lyrics.
Okay.
So, but I wrote them with the understanding that somebody else was going to rap it. Like it wasn't going to be me.
Right.
So, but Bruce Parham said, "Oh, you wrote it. Floor is yours." So I did it. And from there, it was like, we won the competition. Just make that long story short, like we won the competition. I spit my bars that I wrote, and then from there I just kept writing. I didn't stop. And then the musician, my favorite musician, Jared Baker, shout out to him. So my baby sister, who's a treacherous MC herself, told me that she was proud of me for being brave enough to write about and rap about what I was rapping about, and submitting it to people who were, as the Bible say, casting my pearls before swine.
Right.
Being brave enough to do that and unashamed. And she told me not to stop. So that put the battery in my back to like not only keep going, but also to come back with what I call vengeance.
Yeah.
Where nobody will ever call my music whack ever again. Right. So it was on. I even wrote a song called Breath Control just to go back at those dudes. Like, I mean, I wasn't attacking them.
Right.
But I was just addressing the fact that you shot me down because you claim I didn't have breath control. Let me show you breath control real quick.
Wow.
So I don't even know what that song is now, but I recorded it, man. And then from there, I joined Rock the Truth Records. Shout out to Malik and got connected with Mike Trotter. I don't know if you're familiar. With Mike Trotter. War and Treaty. Him and his wife doing big things. Like connected with him, and that was the first label that I signed to. And I mean, being with that group, man, taught me a lot, showed me a lot, and I was able to kind of build up from there with their support. And then I just been carrying the ball ever since, man. Now I have my own label, Mad Saint Entertainment. I have artists that are with me right now. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Bodega, Loudmouth, aka Goody Shepherd, and Turn Up, man. Those are my brothers, man. I love them to death, man.
That's what's up. So what's something people assume about you that couldn't be more wrong?
That I'm from New York.
Bro, they really think they don't hear the Baltimore accent?
Nah. I mean, I guess it depends on at what stage of the conversation you find me in. I don't have that typical the Baltimore accent that's famous now.
Right. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I hear a lot of young people talking like that. I don't hear people my age talking like that.
Right.
But at a certain part of my life, I was around a bunch of people from New York, and they became like my dear friends, and I was around them all the time, work and everything.
Yeah.
And so I guess I kind of absorbed, like, I'm not sitting up here trying to say I imitate New Yorkers, but I kind of absorb the way that they talk. It's just like if you're around Jamaicans,
right?
If you're around them for years,
it's natural.
It's natural, right?
Yeah.
So that just became the way that I talk, and so, and then of course I love East Coast hip hop. So it's like the way I rap is East Coast. So it's like some people assume who didn't know me that I was from New York. So.
My man from New York.
I mean, and shout out to New York, man. I love the culture. I'm gonna be there this Saturday in Long Island, performing with Serious Voice in them, and I'm excited, man. I love New York. I mean, I go there, but I come right back home.
Yeah.
Because I'm a homebody.
Now you just shouted out all your brothers, right? Describe, how would they describe you in one sentence?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I've heard them say.
Okay.
That I'm a diplomatic leader.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that comes from like my professional, my secular job, where I am a manager, operations manager over like 50 people.
Okay.
And it's like I have to,
you gotta
I have to be. So it's like I kind of, when issues arise amongst us, and I respond the same way. I address it the same way. And, when everybody want to pull out, not literal guns, but, when they want to go hard, I'm like, nah, that's not how we, if somebody say something crazy about you on Facebook, we're not going back.
Right.
Like, we just going to put music out. Like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to show them that, we address things in a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what part of your life story do you wish people understood?
That family, my sons and my wife, shout out to them, mean the world to me, second to God. Like, and that I'm grateful to God for giving me that work-life career balance, where I can do my music, I can work, and and still make time and be with my family in a fatherly husband way where I'm not neglecting. Nothing is left neglected.
Yeah.
So that I would say is the answer to that question. It's just like my family, my sons and my wife, and not just them, but also my nieces and nephews, like my godchildren, my sisters. I have a bunch of brothers that through ministry, through marriage, stuff like that. Like I have brothers now, and it's like I will defend any of them. To my last breath because they are that important to me.
Yeah. Wow. Now you talked about your faith and you being a Christian, right? When did you know for yourself? Like when did you establish that relationship yourself?
So, well, I'm gonna say it kind of happened weird. It was real weird, man. Like it wasn't in a church. Wasn't at an altar call or nothing like that. It was on my 16th birthday. On my 16th birthday, I had friends over. Kind of like a little sweet 16 situation that my sister put together. And we having fun, chilling, whatever. At the end of the night, because it was some people there, my sister was already going to the church that we go to now, like that I ended up going to. And they were already a part of the choir. So they was like close to the end of the night, they started singing some of the songs that they learned in rehearsal. And I was like, y'all sound dope. Like y'all sound good.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I don't know what happened. At the end of the night, I'm upstairs, laying in my bed in the dark. And I literally felt the spirit of God. Like and that's the only way I can explain it because before then I had no idea what the spirit of God felt like.
Yeah.
And I just started talking, saying, I want to live for you. Like I just started saying it, like out loud. And I was trying to mimic the songs that I didn't know the songs that they were singing, but I was trying to remember some of the songs that they were singing. One of the songs was How Excellent in All the Earth. You know that song, right?
Yeah.
They were singing that, and I was trying to sing what I remembered, and I was butchering it, of course, because I didn't know it, but I literally felt the spirit of God in that moment, and I said, "I'm gonna try this. Like I'm gonna try to because I grew up around church. My grandparents, my grandmothers specifically, kept gospel music on in the house. Right?
So you were surrounded by it.
I was surrounded by it. My mom sang gospel all the time. My dad played. He still plays the organ at church. So it's like it was always around me, but it never hit me like that moment. You feel me? Or until that moment, and I felt like a peace, but I also felt like, okay, now I gotta prepare for failure because I know I might be ashamed. Like if for the people who know me, if I tell them that I'm serving God now, I might get heckled, I might get teased, and I might like be like Peter, you know how he was, and like he knows he's one of them, and I'd be like, no, I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying, and sure as you're born, that happened, like, you know what I'm saying, a few times, like I fell short when it came to being unashamed of who I was serving, or at least trying to serve. But and again, back to the music, I think the music is what helps me to declare it. In my way. You feel me? Because I'm not the type of guy that will walk up to somebody who's like, do you know Jesus in the pardon of your sins? Like, I don't like, shout out to those who do that. Like the evangelists that are out there just bombarding people with the gospel and be out there with the megaphones and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to them. But my way is like when I'm rapping, when I'm doing my music, when I'm ministering that, like it's nobody there but God. You feel me? And it's like I don't care who I'm in front of. If I'm rapping my music, I'm not ashamed to say his name. I'm not ashamed to tell my testimony. I'm not ashamed to declare his good works. I'm not ashamed of not to say I'm ashamed of it any other time. I'm just saying I'm just not the type that would like walk up to a person and be like, can I pray? And passing out pamphlets and all that. So the music is my avenue. The music is my calling. Where I won't stand in the pulpit and preach the gospel, or I won't go and stand on the corner and preach like a street preacher.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give me a mic and tell me, Russ, I want you to do this song, you got it. And I'm a minister right then and there. You feel me?
Right,
So that's where I'm at with it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So with you being in the church all your life and then discovering that, through rapping that you can touch other people, like was there ever a moment in the church where you were rejected?
Yeah.
Because,
I wouldn't say in my church.
Yeah.
I was at another family church, and I was invited to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was up there doing it, it was some people that was like kind of in the corner looking at me,
Right.
And they literally, after I was done, got up and tried not rebuke me like necessarily, but to rebuke what I did.
Right.
And said that, we're intermingling, the church with the world, and kind of he tried to sugarcoat it, but he was going hard at the same time. If that makes sense. And I got the message. I heard him. But the reason why I didn't get super offended is because I was invited. Like if I had just got up there and was out of pocket, like and how some people do, they just get it. Like if they asked to do something else, like if I was just asked to give a testimony, but I got up there and just started rapping out of nowhere, then I would have been out of order. But because I was invited to do just that, and that's all that I did, I didn't take offense to it. I just said, okay.
So, and that's big of you, because most people are like, well, I'm done with the church.
Nah.
I'm done with the church, because people get easily, church hurt. It's so easy for people to get offended and just, and then once you say you establish that relationship with God, like you shouldn't be able to, no one should be able to say or get you or to break your relationship with God because they feel that you're not connected in the way they are.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me.
My home church, man, like they still are they're my anchor.
Yeah.
And they've supported me. Like, I mean, when I started, it was with them. Like I started rapping with the choir that was part of that church. So, so they, I would perform there, like, and my pastor, my bishop, shout out to Bishop Larry Williams. They support me like 100%, 100%. So as long as I got them, I don't care what any other church does.
Yeah.
Have
you seen more support from people in the streets or from the church as far as your ministry?
I would say it's 50-50.
50-50?
50-50. Okay. And it always surprises me still. It still surprises me when people in the street, like when they hear me and they say, wow, like, because they expect, when they hear Christian hip hop, they expect it to sound a certain way.
Right.
But when it's delivered the way that me and my compadres deliver it, it's like, they be like, other than the words, it sound the same. And it's a draw.
Yeah.
Some people might not like it, but at this, like when I say like, it mean people watching, like, y'all sound too much like the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you sit down and dissect the word, it's just like, think about it. The Bible, if you take the title off the front of the book, it's just a book until you open the page and start reading it. So, the same thing with our music. It's just music until you hear and listen to the words. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's how our music just looks like any run-of-the-mill song that you may hear on the radio or listen to in your car until you start hearing the words. And then you hear the God-inspired words and the testimony and the praise in the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when it hits you.
Right.
If we started off everything with the Hammond organ, giving on to God, people would be like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless you into that. Like, people would be like, all right. But, you gotta hit them with what they used to hearing, and then you flip it.
Yep. It was, which is funny because Christians, and so people from the streets and Christians, hear differently of what they think Christian rap is supposed to sound like, right? Some people say, well, Christian rap music is not supposed to sound like real gritty and hard. It's supposed to sound like, real commercial, real 1, 2, 3 rhyme.
Right, exactly. J-U-S-U-S.
Right.
Jesus is the best. Like,
Right. And so go through that as far as you trying to break that stigma within Christian rap and, getting people to understand, hey, no, we trying to broaden this, we're attacking all genres of, what Christian rap is.
So I had to combat within myself with that because I was feeling like I felt this shame at some point because I heard people saying we're not here to entertain, we're here to minister. And it was like, am I entertaining or am I ministering? But then God said, man, don't listen to that nonsense. Like, the Holy Spirit brought this to me. If a preacher's got up on the pulpit and it was like, turn your Bibles to Psalm. Like, and this how he preached the entire sermon, everybody be asleep. But he has to put gimmicks. He has to put wordplay. He has to put the and all that in there to make it entertaining. So people can stay attentive to what he's saying and even react.
Yeah.
And that's when the Epic album came out. Because I was thinking about toning it down, being more reserved.
Yeah.
And the Lord said, man, hush that noise, man.
Right.
Epic is my third album that came out and I broke it down as an acronym, Ever Present in Christ. And that is, and I say that at the beginning of the album that I was told to tone, like I was thinking about toning it down, and the Lord said, no, I need you to be epic. I need you to continue to push the envelope.
Yeah.
Continue to, flip. And that's when I actually became what my sister She Flows would call me, the metaphor king.
Right.
I got real masterful at flipping metaphors, and I would put like the most ridiculous stuff in my music. Like I got a song called Spill where I say, 15 with this new life, I was green like the Celtics. Didn't seem extreme, hardly seen, but I felt it. Not ready to prepare, felt the shame. So I held it till I got so bloated in the Lord, I had to belch it. And then I let out a big burp. Like, literally the beat stopped and everything, and all you hear is the burp.
The response was crazy one.
Man, like every time I do that song and that the burp sound come out, everybody is laughing. Like, so I'm like,
because they're not expecting that.
They're not expecting it.
Right.
So, but again, like the way I was allowed to format it though, it was actually a testimony.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's how I felt like I got so bloated in God because I kept trying to hold it in. I was ashamed. And then when that's the part of the what I was talking about earlier about how my music kind of like just came out.
Yeah.
And like I had to just belch it out because I was so busy feeling the shame.
Yeah.
And unwilling to share what the gift that God had given me.
Yeah.
And so I ended up belching it. And then the next line after that, those who were around had to smell it because, belches stink.
Right.
So it's like, you had to, if you're around, you smelled it and you even reacted like, ugh. But some people are like, yo, that was a dope burp, yo. Like, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
with all of that and then, establishing a relationship with God and then dealing with, being rebuked in the church, has there ever been a moment where you were upset with God?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I wouldn't say upset, but I question. So, my mom passed in 2012, February 2012. God rest her soul. And I didn't know how to grieve.
Yeah.
And because I'm the oldest and the only boy in my family, like I felt I had to be strong, right?
Yeah.
And I was upset, not because God took my mother, because I knew it was her time, right? So yes, I'm sad, I'm grieving, but I knew it was her time.
Yeah.
But it was more like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was left with no blueprint. And so I questioned God, like, what do I do with this feeling that I have?
Yeah.
Like, and because what was happening is because I didn't grieve properly, it turned into anger.
Yeah.
And I was like lashing out and at my wife. I was lashing out at my family. Like, you know what I mean? I was just getting mad over the littlest thing. And it was like, I didn't know what to do. So I had to talk to my mentor. Shout out to Pastor Russell Harris. And, you know, he gave me some jewels, you know, to try to, you know, like, bro, it was so crazy. Like at one point, I'm in my truck. I had a truck at the time. I'm just sitting in the supermarket parking lot, just bawling out of control, bro, because I had nowhere to put this anger. And I felt like God wasn't giving me the answer.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't giving me the outlet that I would usually have.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but because this was a new feeling, nobody this close to me had never passed before. So it was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I focus more on God's timing.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, the saying, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time.
Yeah.
And that's the God's honest truth. Because it got to a point where I was at my wit's end. And, you know, and there's another scripture in the Bible that says, when you're at your weakest, that's when he is strong.
Yeah.
And so it was to that point where I couldn't handle it. Just to be clear for everybody that's watching and listening, I never considered suicide or anything like that. So it wasn't that deep, but I'm just saying it was just like I was hurting my family and I was also hurting myself.
Yeah.
So at that point, when I was at my lowest, the Lord like literally humbled me and he allowed me to spill out everything, all of that was in me, that anger. And I directed it to music. I directed it to going to the gym. Like, it was like he gave me like ways to get it out.
Yeah.
And then he gave me the task of apologizing to those who I had harmed and hurt during that period. And so like in that questioning, it was more like, why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you giving me what I need? And then so now I understand that God, when you're going through the valley, God doesn't necessarily respond when you want him to, because if God responded every time like that, you wouldn't learn the lesson.
Right. You would never talk to him.
It's like being a spoiled child. Like if your parents bailed you out every single time, like every single time when you call and say, I need some money here, you know, you wouldn't learn how to fend for yourself.
Exactly.
So that's how I learned. And when I can't go no further, because that's what it always is.
Yeah.
When I can't go no further, and I have to rely solely on his power, that's when he answers. So I'm still learning that, because even dealing with my son, like, you know, who is dealing with osteosarcoma in his left leg, it's like just yesterday, bro, like I was angry because of something that happened that I thought should not have happened.
Yeah.
But then I had to tell my wife, like, I need to deal with this on my own, like, because I don't want to take it out on y'all.
Right.
So, and she allowed me that time, and I got myself together. Do that. If you make that first step, it will all lead to God.
Absolutely.
It will all lead to him. Regardless of who you speak to, it will lead to God.
Absolutely. And not only that, you know, with men's mental health, right? Like, it's okay to let those emotions, let those emotions out. Because a lot of men feel like they got to hold it in. Like you said before, you felt like you had to hold it in because you had no one to talk to. And so I think it's very important for men it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes.
Is it? and I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm saying it because, like, especially now with social media being what it is, it's a lot of women. I'm so thankful that I'm married, bro. Like, I'm
Me too, brother.
So thankful.
What we see now?
Yes. Like, I could not be seeking a wife in these days and times, bro, because it would drive me nuts. But it's like these women call you sassy or whatever, and worse, if you are vulnerable. Like, and you would think, like, I'm thankful for a wife that allows me to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, if I cry, I can cry in front of her, and she doesn't call me a sucker or nothing like that. But I can't do that in front, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, so it's So that's what I'm saying. When I don't have that, not saying I don't have it, but if I don't have it, then I find other ways. I go to the gym. I burn all that because we're naturally aggressive, bro. Like as men, like it's in us to be, because we have to be protectors and all of that. So that there's a level of aggression in every single man, right? But sometimes that aggression builds up because we don't have an outlet to release. It's like a buildup of gas, and if you don't release it, you're going to explode. So, but sometimes you have to go to the gym, go for a run, go for a drive. You know, sometimes just be by yourself and just you and God, and just you know, just sometimes you just talk. It may seem like you're talking to yourself, but I do that all the time. I talk to myself. Seem like it. I'm actually talking to God. And I'm like having a conversation like he's sitting next to me. You know what I mean? And that's therapeutic for me, because like I said, God's timing, I can say all that. It's almost like a prayer. It's not the Father God in the name of Jesus. It's just like me, you and I talking right now. I'm just saying, God, like this thing is really getting on my nerves. I just don't know what to do. And then not far after that, the answer comes. And it's like, thank you, Lord. Like, you know, thank you, Holy Spirit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, and then the stress and the buildup is gone. And then, but it's, you know, because I'm human, it's going to build back up again. And then, you know, rinse and repeat, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, you talked about your son and what you're going through, and with your son now, what's one blessing that God didn't answer that you're thankful it was turned into a blessing?
So, well, of course I was hoping that it wasn't cancer. Like when he said that his leg was hurting. My wildest dreams, I didn't think it was. Right? Because he's an athlete. So I just thought it was just regular soreness, but the Holy Spirit led me and my wife to get him checked, and they found it. And I was broke. Like at that point, I was like, God, please don't take my son. Because you know, when you hear cancer, you immediately think that.
Absolutely.
Immediately,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
I was like, please don't take my son. Take me. Don't take my son. And then even when we talked to his pediatrician and we were asking questions, she was so cryptic. Like I was like, so what's the mortality rate? What's the prognosis? I can't give you any answers. Like, I'm like, what? Like, you know, you're the doctor, right?
Right.
So it wasn't until we got to DC, and again, God didn't answer the prayer. When I say he didn't answer the prayer, he didn't get rid of the cancer like in the miracle way. You feel me?
Right.
So I had to resolve within myself and me and my wife that this is just the valley, that it's our turn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna come touch him, and you know, it's gonna be a Lazarus moment, or you know, the dude at the spring where he said, pick up your bed and walk. It's not gonna be one of those. We got to go through this. So and so that's the prayer that he didn't answer the way that we wanted him to answer it. But the Lord is still blessing, because I'm telling you, bro, the support and love and I mean, even I'm talking about from the nurses, the doctors, my church, my family, my job. It's like, it's almost like these people like showed me and my family that they truly care about us and my son. And they like, it was just crazy. And the fact that my niece, my baby niece, shout out to Chloe, she went through the same thing. She's a few months younger than my son. She went through a dual transplant.
Wow.
I can't even tell you what kind of cancer, because it's a long word. But she had to get her pancreas and I believe her liver transplant.
Wow.
She's the youngest person to ever have a dual transplant.
Wow.
In history.
Wow.
So, and she was what, 9 years old when she got diagnosed? Can you imagine? A 9-year-old? My son's 17. She's 9. She was 9. She's 17. She's 17 now. It goes back. God didn't remove the cancer in the miracle style way. my sister and my brother-in-law had to go through it with her. We all did.
Yeah.
But the miracle is she's still here.
Yeah.
And she's living.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
the blessing.
Right.
Like she's still here. She's still living. And my son, he's still here. He's still living. And like the cancer is not a death sentence unless you allow it to be.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so we're in the valley right now.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the Lord literally is carrying us. Like we're not walking alone.
Yeah.
And we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
We see it.
Yeah.
So it's like we know what the end is going to be, and it's not going to be death.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Did that test your faith a little?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I can only imagine, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But then that's why I said that the Holy Spirit say it's not because God is not testing us. It's just our turn.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because he didn't promise that everything was going to go right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's all about trust. It's all about trusting him.
Right.
So how can you trust him if everything goes right? There has to be some tribulation. There has to be some trials. There has to be some illness, some sickness. There has to be some death.
Yeah.
You know, and those are the times, like I said, when you're weak, he's made strong. When you doubt, he will show you how to trust him.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. Yeah. Like the fact that my niece and my son, at their age, are dealing with cancer and still operating like they don't have it. It's crazy to me.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
I'm going to pivot just a little bit.
Okay.
What temptation do you fight today that people would be surprised to know?
Cursing people out.
And how did I know you was going to say that?
Bro, listen, man. Road rage is real. And I'm not these road rages out that be out here killing people, nothing like that. But if somebody cut me off or run a light or something like that, in my mind, I'm thinking like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes, a few times it came out, you know what I'm saying? Me being, and my sisters will tell you this, I'm somewhat of an annoying comedian in my family. Like, I'm not like a Kevin Hart, but I'm more like a practical Joe. I will crack on you or say something crazy or, you know what I mean?
Right.
And my sister always say I have no filter. Sometimes I say things I shouldn't say. like just being honest. For those who follow me, listen, I'm not a chronic profanity user.
Right.
And I'm not saying that it's not always profanity. It might just be weird stuff that I shouldn't say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I say it to try to be funny. And then my wife, God bless her, she'd give me the look and I'd be like, all right, I know I went too far.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My wife, she's my compass. Like she's literally the one that it's like, if I look at her and she shaking her head or she give me a certain look, then I'll say, all right, it's time for me to sit down. Like, it's time for me to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, music has been a part of your life, your whole life, right? If you stop rapping today, if the music disappeared, who would Russ Shanks be?
Well, I would be still a visual artist because I do I draw. I've been drawing since I was 6.
Okay.
So I would still be that. I would still be a father, still be a husband. Because I feel like those two things are the greatest title. Like you can have your bishops, you can have your ministers, elders, all of that. I prayed. I told God I wanted to be a father. And he and I said, if you bless me with a child, I just want just give me one son.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
Bless me with 2. Bless me with 2 boys. So and they're the only kids I had. So he kept me in that stage of my life. Thank you, Jesus. And the woman that my wife that I've had these kids with is the best partner that I can ever ask for.
Yeah.
The greatest partner that I can ever ask for.
Yeah.
So husband, father, visual artist, comedian still, and you know, just a person who loves his family, like, you know, and will do anything for him.
Yeah. What advice would you give for people that plan on getting married or couples that are in the beginning stages of their marriage And because how long you been married now? 27 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time, brother.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give someone that's been, engaged or in the early stages of marriage?
Your spouse should be your best friend.
Absolutely.
Your spouse should be your best friend. If he or she is not your best friend, and when I meaning that it's mutual, right? Then I would say step lightly. Because the thing is that because my wife is my best friend, no other woman can come and give me advice before her. You feel me? Unless they're an elder, like a grandmother or somebody that you know. But I'm just saying, like, nobody my age or younger could come to me and tell me what's going on and give me advice on what's going on in my household.
Right.
You feel me? Not a woman.
Right.
Because sometimes things happen when that happens.
Of
You
course.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I was a woman, I wouldn't talk to another man about my husband.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So especially when that man is single, he's not married, and and he's my age and attractive. You know that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
just getting information.
Getting information, exactly. So if she's not the person that I can confide in and be vulnerable around, then I'm gonna step lightly. I'm gonna keep, before I pop out that ring, I want to see how deep this relationship goes.
Right.
It's just like building a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times you won't step out on faith until you know God a certain way, right? Until you trust him a certain way.
Right.
So why would you propose to a person that you only can trust halfway?
Right.
Or not at all? If you're just basing it off aesthetics, like how they look, they got a big booty and all that kind of stuff, or you may have already known them biblically, so maybe that's good. And if you're basing it off of that, that's not going to last.
Right.
But that trust and that love has to last.
Yeah.
So like, I know for me and my wife, like what we've been through together, I don't care who comes, like how they look,
right,
what they're presenting,
right.
Nah, you can have all that,
right.
But you can't be, my P31 is over here.
Right.
Like, you feel me? And it's like it's nothing that can snatch me away from her.
Yeah.
And wherever I go or wherever she goes, we go together. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when we was dealing with my son, I just said to her one day, I'm just like, I'm glad, like, even though we're going through this, I'm glad that I'm going through it with you.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can't imagine anybody else that I would rather go through this situation. Yeah, it's terrible. It's bad. But you're making it bearable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just as invested, if not more so, than I am.
Right.
In this, and making sure our son is good.
Right.
You don't want to be the one dealing with this while you're woman at the club.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
You feel me? Or vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So
good stuff, bro. Good stuff. What's the hardest song you ever written emotionally?
That's a good question. I would think outside of this song that I'm releasing on the 18th called Precious.
Oh, great.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna say right now.
That's a great plug right there, brother.
Right. Make sure y'all check that out on all digital platforms.
He's a professional.
Yeah. August 18th, Precious is dropping. I would say Precious. I would say that song. And the reason why I would say that is because when I wrote it, it took me 4 months to write.
Wow.
Usually I can write a song in half an hour.
Yeah.
But it took me 4 months. And the thing is that as I was, like, I would be asleep or going on my way to sleep, and the Holy Spirit would literally give me bars in my sleep. It's happened to me 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But this is like when he gave me those bars, it was like it was in pieces. It was like 4-bar increments.
Yeah.
But every time something else would come to me, it'll start right where I left off. Like it was real crazy.
Yeah.
And then when I had everything written down, I was like, I need to find production.
Yeah.
I had beats, but nothing fit. Like, it was like, it fit, but it didn't fit.
Yeah.
You know, it just wasn't hitting like and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to just release no hook. I'm just going to just spit bars to show people I got bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was on my ego thing.
Right.
And, you know, yeah, it's still gospel, but I'm just show people I got bars, but I still can't find the right beat for that. And then one day I'm just going through a catalog of a particular producer and Beat for Precious came on, and I was like, I just kept listening to it. It was like, I'm like, this don't fit though, but I love it.
Yeah.
It don't fit like what my previous idea was.
Yeah.
And so bro, I was belly aching trying to find the right production because I wanted it to be like some Jadakiss, J. Cole type with no hook, just me just going crazy, right? But then this Precious beat and the hook, you know, was there, and I was like, but this, I can't get this beat out of my spirit. Like, it's in there now.
Yeah.
So what I did was I purchased the beat and, you know, got the stems and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna give it to my man so he can, you know, kind of flip it and change it or whatever to make it. And so I recorded it, sent it to him, thinking he was like, bro, I ain't had to do nothing to it. He was like, cause he always asks for the stems. Shout out to Malik. He always asks for the stems so he can be creative, cause the dude is a genius.
Yeah.
But he was like, I ain't had to do nothing to it. Like you the words that you're saying. And then this is a crazy thing too, bro. Like the way I had it, it was like rapid fire. Like it was no break. Like the way I was rapping, because it was like, if you listen to J. Cole, you listen to Jadakiss, it's like they just going. But when I recorded it, there was some, I had to slow it down.
Yeah.
I put some melody in there.
Yeah.
I'm harmonizing.
Yeah.
Like it became a song.
Yeah.
Instead of just me rapping. It went from being a rap to a song. Hearing from Malik, who is a hard critic. He's a very hard critic because he's been doing music all his life too. Yeah. And he knows me. He was like, bro, this joint, when you releasing it? like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, cause he wanted me, cause I was going to sit on it for a minute, but he was like, bro, nah, release this.
So that kind of answers my next question I was going to ask. Has God ever told you to release music you knew people weren't going to understand?
Yes. Yes. Yep. And I could tell you the exact song that was. It was a song called Firebending. And that song is what I wanted this song to Precious to be like. Where it's no hook. It's just me rapping.
Yeah.
The stuff that I'm saying in it goes back to what I was saying about the belch and all that kind of stuff. The stuff I'm saying in there is funny, and there's some pop culture references in there, but it ties in to my testimony.
Yeah.
And also ties into what's in the Bible. Like I talk about the jawbone of the ass, you know, in the song. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you say the word ass, everybody thinking, but it's in the Bible.
Right.
I'm not saying ass as in a part of your body. I'm talking about an animal.
Right.
Like, so that was that song that I felt people was going to be like, he went too far, or he's secular now, you know, or you're like, you know, he on the fence.
Yeah.
But it was weird because when I would perform that joint live, like no matter where I was, everybody was feeling it. Especially when DJ Sean Faulkner and his son remixed it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When they remixed it, it just set the whole song. I never released the original. So the remix became the actual, became the original because of what the Faulkner boys did.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
All right. What has the music industry taught you that ministry never could teach you?
Oh man, that you have to be who God made you to be, regardless. And what I mean by that is, like, regardless if you're talking to somebody that claim they believe in God in the industry or secular. If he told you not to move, you stand your ground. God tell you to bounce, you bounce. Doesn't matter. And but I learned that being signed to different labels when my time was up, like, because they'll tell you that I'm loyal, bro. Like I'll be the last man standing, because I don't want to leave people in the lurch. So in those situations, the Lord told me to stand, right? But then there were some situations where it didn't matter. Like time to go. Yeah. Time to go. And I bounced. And it was like, so the answer to the question is like, you have to kind of put aside like the feeling that you're hurting someone if you leave.
Right.
Like if the Lord tell you to leave.
Right.
And then you also have to understand that if you're staying and the situation is not conducive to your creativity, but God is telling you to stay, there's also a reason for that.
Yeah.
So you have to like kind of like sit and wait and understand and get the understanding, because there were times where I sat and stayed, but it prepared me to build my own. You feel me?
Right.
So I learned lessons. And then it's just like being bullied, right? I was bullied as a kid. But what bullying taught me is how not to treat people when I have the power now. You feel me?
Right.
So me having my own label, I now know how not to treat my artists.
Right. Right.
You feel me? Because of some of the experiences that I've had. Right. It's like I treat them with respect. These are grown men, dog. Like, so first of all, if they jump me, I'm done. Right. I treat them like men. Like, even though I am the CEO, I'm also an artist.
Right.
So as an artist, I'm equal with them.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah. So that's the answer to that question.
So we talked about mental health earlier in the show. And mental health is a major topic on our show. So have you ever battled anxiety, depression, burnout, or emotional exhaustion while everybody assumed that you were spiritually strong?
Yes. So not depression. I've seen depression in my dad.
Yeah.
Burnout, yes. Because, you as men, sometimes we just, man, we run, man. And what I mean by run is that we carry the weight of our families on our backs. So that means jobs. That means everything that we hustle to make money, to support our families. And then we have our own things that we're doing for ourselves. So it's like, and sometimes the things that we do for ourselves, for our own mental stability or wellness, it's like, that's real. That's like this. Everything else is like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's crazy, man, because I've dealt with that. I'm dealing with it now. Like I dealt with it yesterday, like literally yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like right now I'm running on fumes right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I made a commitment. So it's like, so I got to do it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I know you do, because you and I family. So I got to figure out how to make time for rest.
Yes.
You feel me? And that's right now, like my mind is thinking like once we're done here and I get home, I'm going straight to sleep. But that's never the case.
Yeah.
It never happens.
It's always something to do.
It's always something to do, or something just keeping you up.
Yeah.
And so, but God eventually will give me an opportunity to rest.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that. But I know what my goal is to find that rest, to find that space. And with me being back and forth to DC with my son, me and my wife being back and forth to DC, I haven't been to the gym in like 2 months. And that's usually my space.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gaining weight. It's crazy, bro. And I feel self-conscious about that, because I feel fatter than I've ever felt in my life. And I just need to get to the gym, but my son is the priority right now. It's not about me, it's about him.
Right.
So it's like just negotiating within myself, trying to prioritize things.
Yeah.
That can be troubling. That can be hard.
Right.
But but it's again, God's timing. Back to that. It's always back to that. God's timing. Like there will be a time for me to recoup everything that I had to give up, everything that I lost. Like the battle of Ziglag, I got to go back and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once everything is done. Once the battle is won, go back and grab it, which I plan to do.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. So we're going to talk about Baltimore City, the community and culture, right? what issue in Baltimore, breaks your heart the most?
The youth.
Yeah.
I mean that video of that 70-year-old gentleman and
that
what
broke my heart too,
what those kids did to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I give him pride. He stood his ground. Like, bro was like, listen, like every time he knocked down, he got right back up. He didn't stay down. And salute to him. And I prayed that he makes a full recovery. But those young men, like, and the young people who think that type of stuff is cool and like, that's troubling.
Yeah.
Cause I'm 52.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going to happen to me at 70
Right.
if I'm going to a 7-Eleven?
Right.
You feel me? Or just anywhere. Like, I worry about my wife. I worry about I worry about my sons.
Yeah.
Because, where they grew up, stuff like that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Yeah.
And so when they're in the city,
Mm-hmm.
I worry.
I'm the same way, bro. My sons, I'm the same way.
They county bounties. But they're not naive.
Yeah.
Right? I taught them the best way I could. Me and my wife grew up in the city. So we teach them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nothing can really prepare you for the things that are surprising. Like, you don't expect a bunch of kids to attack a 70-year-old man.
Right.
They just think differently.
Yeah.
Do
you think artists have the responsibility on speaking on social issues?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, I will say this though. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the chops to do it, don't do it. Yeah. Like if you're not engaged like that, if you're not connected, if you don't know the facts of anything, I'd rather you just do what you do. Because I've seen interviews like when Trayvon Martin was murdered and others like him were murdered, they would ask artists, like secular rap artists, what do you think about this, that, and the third? And the answer would be so stupid. And I'm thinking like, bro, you should have just bowed out and like, you know what? I'm not fully aware of what's going on. I'm not going to answer that question. You could have just said that, but they'll say something real dumb. And it shows that because they have money and fame, that's the only thing that it's tunnel vision. So when they try to peek outside of that, they only see part of the picture and they'll speak on it and not, and just sound like idiots. Yeah. So, and then you could tell that they're not really concerned because that's the whole thing about conscious hip. That's why conscious hip hop is separate. Yeah. Because they're the ones who speak on that. Yeah. They don't play that on the radio anymore.
Yeah. Not at all.
So if you have a voice, you have influence, and you care, I think you should. But if you don't care, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. But sometimes it takes something to happen to you in order for you to start caring. Absolutely. So, and not to say that I pray that something happened to anybody. Yeah. I'm just saying experience is a teacher. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So if you had 15 minutes to speak with Baltimore's young men, what would you say to them? What would you tell them? Well, first I would say they need to get to know Jesus. That's number one. And, and I wouldn't just leave it at that. Of course I would elaborate. Right. So that will probably be 10 minutes of my 15 minutes. Just talking about the gospel and what Christ did. And give my testimony on, how I was like them and what God did for me, what he showed me. And if you just kind of open your eyes and your ears and stop looking for cheap thrills and carjacking and hurting people and robbing, when you really don't, you're not suffering. Right. Like, I'm not saying it's kids out there that are really suffering, but some of these kids are just doing it for the licks. Right. And it's like, because they're just bored. Right. After that, I would say, there's going to come a time where you're going to be, God willing, that you're going to be my age. And right now you're young and you think you're invincible. Yeah. And, every time you get caught by the police, they let you go because you're too young. Eventually, there's going to be escalation. Yeah. Yeah. And it's either going to go, somebody's going to take you out or you're going to take somebody else out. Either way, your life is gone. Yep. Either way. Because, after a certain age, they can charge you as an adult. Right? Yep. I guarantee you if that 72-year-old man had a weapon, he would have shot all those kids. Yep. So either way, your life. And, absolutely. And I don't think that they can actually fathom at their age spending days in prison, like in a real prison, right? Where you have a CO telling you where to come and go. You have somebody that you're bunking with that you can't beat, and they're telling you what to do, and you have to do it or you're going to get hurt. You know what I mean? Or you got to join a gang in order to be protected. You eating food that you have no idea where it came from. Right. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? You spending 23 hours inside a building and to get 1 hour outside in the yard. Like, you know what I mean? And that's every day.
Every single day.
Every day for years. And it's like because they're 13, 14, they can't think that far ahead. And what they say about the frontal cortex, the frontal lobe or whatever, it's not developed yet. So it's like they can't think that far ahead. But eventually what you do becomes who you are. And if that's who you're going to be, then you're going to be in a certain place at a certain age. And then even if you're not in jail, where you going to work? How you going to earn money?
There you go.
How you going to make a living, especially if you got a family? And then it's hundreds, if not thousands of men and women that are out there regretting the choices that they made when they were 12, 13, 14 years old. Because now that they're trying to live a life of honesty and all that, they can't get a job because of their records. Nobody would give them a chance. And they wish that they never did it. They wish they went to school. They wish they had listened to their mamas and their daddies and stuff like that. Like, you don't want to be there.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So that's a real good overall message for all the young men that's listening to this message today. I mean, watching this show or going to watch this show. Take heed to that message because our youth are under attack.
They are.
It's up to us that we need to, well, first of all, parents. We got to talk to the parents as well, too. Parents got to do better.
Absolutely.
Parents have to do better.
Have to be invested in your kids.
Yes.
And the OGs out there that are, I'm going to say, and I'm not calling out any gang members or anything, but the OGs, y'all know who y'all are. You know, steer these kids the right way. You know, I get it that y'all are in a certain lifestyle and all that, but y'all know the kids that are not built for that. Y'all be a real OG.
All right. So it's time for the question of the week. All right. And so here's the question. This is for the audience and you can answer too. So can people truly change or do they simply become better at hiding at who they've always been?
That's okay. Now, if I'm looking at myself, I'm going to say people can change, truly change. But even in that change, sometimes you got to hide who you used to be. You know, because people will
trigger.
They'll use your past against you if they find out about it. So I think it's a 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have this little segment that we call I Plead the Fifth. All right. So you can either you have two choices. You can either answer, be totally honest, or you can say I plead the fifth. Then you don't have to answer.
Okay.
All right. All right. So first question: who's harder to deal with, church people or industry people?
Industry, church people.
Church people. Okay. You want to expound on that?
Sure. Because not everybody in the church read the word for themselves. And everything is my pastor say, you know, or you have the other side where everything that they feel doesn't mention God is demonic automatically. It's like there's no room for, like, you can't even play a love song like if you with your wife. Like that's demonic. Like I'm with my wife. That's my wife. Like if I'm not playing TD Jakes preaching like his love CD with my wife. Are you crazy?
Right. Come on now. Now that's weird.
Yeah, that's real weird. You look at tabled up. Like I'm not playing it. Swallowed up. So I would say church people, industry people, because the reason why they're easy is because they may not be that not versed in spiritual things, but that makes them more like clay.
Yeah.
Like you can win them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of arguing with a person that think they know the word, you could actually minister to somebody who don't.
Right. All right. Question number 2. Have you ever lost respect for someone you once called a spiritual mentor?
No.
Okay. All right. Question 3. What's one truth about the Christian music industry that nobody wants to admit? You better plead the fifth on this one, bro.
No, I'm gonna say it, bro. Not everybody is of God.
Okay.
And you could take that as you will. Like it's some weirdos, man. Like it's some weirdos in all the industry, including the gospel.
Yeah.
So
say that again,
I would say watch your wheels. That's all I would say.
All right, number 4. Have you ever felt pressure to appear more spiritual than you actually felt?
No.
All right, number 5. If you could have one brutally honest conversation with anyone from your past with no consequences, who would it be?
Man, I would say one of my bullies. And I'm not going to say his name, but his name is actually him and his brother.
Okay.
I would have a conversation with them.
Okay.
You know.
So you never got a chance to rectify that?
Not in the way I wanted to. But it's not like I still carry it because I don't.
Yeah.
But and I think like if we saw each other, I think it'll be peace. You know, because we're old now. Like you know, nobody's living like that anymore.
Yeah.
But I would love to have a conversation about, because the thing is that with these 2 individuals, I was bullied, we became friends, then they bullied me again. And it was like, and then from there it was like, all right, I can't. I gotta bounce. Yeah. So and when I say bullied, meaning these guys were bigger than me. It wasn't that they beat on me and I didn't try to fight back. These dudes were much bigger than I was at the time. And, it's just one of those things. Yeah. And I had to kind of avoid them or whatever. But when I saw them, it was just like, all right, what's up? Like,
Yeah. I got you. All right. So that's the end of I Plead the Fifth.
Okay.
All right. I got some rapid fire questions for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Your favorite artist growing up?
Black Thought.
Okay. Favorite current artist?
Black Thought.
Okay. Who's your favorite producer?
Ooh. I'm going to say Tone Jones.
Okay. Tone Jones. Okay. What's your favorite Bible verse?
Oh, for he was made sin for us who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him.
Favorite Baltimore food spot?
Oh, man. It's a crab spot. I'm going to say Skipjack's.
Skipjack's?
Yeah, man. Their crabs are amazing. It was on Bel Air Road. They closed that one down. So now they're out Middle River.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's still considered Baltimore, but their crabs are amazing. Okay. Both locations.
All right. What's your dream collaboration?
Black Thought. Me and Black Thought, but no, for real though, if I can't, it would be it's an artist named Lee Green. I don't know if he's still out there. He was with Braille and that team. But that brother, man, him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Lee
right.
Green. If you out there, bro, the game needs you.
All right. One word your wife or family would use to describe you?
Filterless.
Okay.
Go obnoxious. I'm going to say obnoxious.
Obnoxious.
My sister says that all the time.
All right. Morning person or night owl?
I'm a bit of both. Like I get up early and go to bed late.
Okay. All right. When people hear the name Russ Shanks, what legacy do you hope that they remember?
That I put every ounce of my spirit in my music, in my bars, and I took it seriously. And I didn't take anything light. I spit fire because of the fire that God has given me.
Nah, you spit that hot fire.
There you go.
Dylon.
All
right. 20 years from now, what do you hope your family says about the man behind the music? Man, 20 years now? You'd be 72. Jeez,
man,
bro.
Yeah. By that time, I hope I'll be a great grandfather as an adjective grandfather.
Right.
and that I raised my boys and love my wife every step of the way. I raised my boys good and love my wife every step of the way.
Okay. What is God teaching you right now that you're still trying to understand?
Patience. Ooh. And that's gonna be lifelong, bro. I think that's like a thorn in my flesh. That's because I can be impatient. I can, and my wife tells me that all the time. You got to be patient, and I be like, yeah, but we need this done now. Like I need this now. Yeah. So patience.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Finish this sentence. Before I leave this earth, I have to
meet Black Thought.
Yo, we gotta get you to meet up with Black Thought.
Facts, bro. Facts. And I'm so jealous because my cousin, he drives Amtrak trains, right? He's the conductor, and those dudes be on his train.
Oh man!
And so he knows them. He got me tickets to go see them at the Kennedy Center. That was the last time I saw him because they just be giving them tickets. So he know them personally.
Right.
And I'll be like, yo, I'm so jealous of you right now. I'm about to become a train conductor just so I can meet them dudes, yo.
All right, so last question. What's one message you want to leave with the person who's watching this interview today and feels like that they've gone too far for God to use them?
Don't believe it. Don't allow that thought to remain in your mind and fester. Trust God. Like, because think about people like DMX, right? That man battled, as Charlemagne the God would say, he battled his demons in the public. He battled it in front of everybody. Yeah. He didn't hide it. Yeah. But when he prayed, when he preached, it was powerful enough to make everybody cry and feel the spirit. So it's never, you're not too far gone, ever. Ever. Paul was a murderer. You're not too far gone, ever. That's why I say read the word, find a good church home with a good leader, learn of God, and trust me, your life will change. I'm a witness. My boy T is a witness.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I believe. You got to just learn how to trust God, learn of him, and learn how to trust him, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's what's up, man. You got a new single out right now, so. Could you give us 30 seconds of freestyle or a verse of your new song?
Sure. My testimony's bubonic, declaring it no matter who won it, making sure it's mastered by the master before us Spusonic. I am a pentameters. I am a pen manager, bombarding you with more than 2 sonnets. See, I was living plastic, active, acting a captive with strings attached, not knowing that I was fronting. The master of puppets with fake covenants clutching my judgment, manipulated my soul with his corruption until the true owner stepped in, reclaiming what he paid for and prayed for. The strings had to cut him. They say his name loud, Jesus. They fall and they drop like Andy just walked in the room on him sudden.
My man. That's from Precious, right?
That's from Precious.
That's from Precious.
All right,
that's from Precious.
Not the movie Precious.
No, not the movie Precious. The single coming on August 18th, right?
Yep.
August 18th. You'll get that all streaming platforms, right?
Yep.
Okay, all streaming platforms. All right, Russ, thank you for trusting us with your story.
Yes.
This wasn't just a conversation about music. It was about purpose, faith, resilience, and what it means to keep showing up even when through life's hardest moments. We appreciate you for passing the mic with us today. To everyone watching, if this conversation challenged you, inspired you, or spoke to you, make sure you like, subscribe, share this episode, and join the conversation in the comments. Until next time, keep this conversation going, keep it growing, and as always, we don't pass judgment, we pass the mic. Peace.
I said it's past the mic, son. Podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. I said it's past the mic, son. Podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. It's past the mic, son. Podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. It's past the mic, son. Podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. Every single man needs some support. Go ahead, speak your mind, don't hold back, let's talk. Every single man needs some support. Go ahead, speak your mind, don't hold back, let's talk. Now I see you at your lowest, I've been there before. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's talk. You don't have to hold it all inside no more. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's Pastor Mike, son, podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. It's Pastor Mike, son, podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. It's Pastor Mike, son, podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. It's Pastor Mike, son, podcast show. Men's mental health, I had to let you know. Every single man needs some support. Go ahead, speak your mind, don't hold back, let's talk. Every single man needs some support. Go ahead, speak your mind, don't hold back, let's talk. Now I see you at your lowest, I've been there before. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's talk. You don't have to hold it all inside no more. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's talk. I see you at your lowest, I've been there before. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's talk. You don't have to hold it all inside no more. Tell me what's been on your mind lately, let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah, I said it's past the mic.